Okay, September numbers. As you know, we're shooting for this TV that we can't seem to get in. I'm going to have to contact Amazon and see what the heck is going on, because nobody's contacting me to ship it out here. Maybe we're out in the middle of nowhere and nobody wants to come out here. I don't know. So last week, 6 days in, our numbers listed, 206 items, $15,083. That's a pretty good week after coming back from the trip. The Crazy Picker Life with Wheeler, Dealer, and Banana Peeler. Good morning, fellow pickers and would-be adventurers. Dealer again with the Crazy Picker Life. Man, you would think I live in this packer outfit. Well, I'm getting foggy. What's going on here? Getting ready to go home and take a little nap before Monday starts. It's, now officially I signed out last vlog earlier this morning, and I'm starting this vlog going home in a little while. It's 4:42 a.m. I've got a few more things to wrap up, but just edited the vlog and getting that piggybacked on the other one that's at 80%, the 2-hour video question and answer. By the way, if you haven't watched the question and answer and you want to expand your eBay business or go full-time someday, we really let it all out on that video. So if you haven't watched that full thing, I guess I would recommend it. Okay, well, let's take a look. 22 packages. I think I packed 21 of them. One, I have to have Wheeler test the lens one more time before we send it out. And then 3 more came in, so I think there's 24 here so far. Did pretty good on those. I'm gonna go home and take a couple-hour nap, get up, have some breakfast, hang out with the family. Lon goes off to work. We'll do some school, go running, 2-mile run at the track today most likely. Maybe road run, I don't know. It's definitely going to be easier than the beer mile. Some days, right? So I'll be back in the office a little later to check back in. Have a good morning. Okay, got all my orders loaded up here except for one. I've got to get an okay from Wheeler on a lens, and I'm trying to still pack that one up today and get that one out. So I got to go check with Wheeler here. I got 7 more in since I was in this morning, and just am not going to get to those. I've got to zip out to my local internet spot and sign up and fill out the paperwork. We're going to get the additional internet out here. I think we're going for 100 giggy smokers down and 20 up. So the lady who enthusiastically sold me on it practically fell out of her seat because she thought I wanted 50 down and 10 up. And I said, no, give me it all. Give me the top. I'll take the top. Okay, so where are we at, Wheeler?
This has an extremely noisy lens.
Yeah? Is that how it's supposed to be?
It's supposed to be. This is the world's first autofocus lens system.
Okay.
So it's very loud, but actually it was pretty good.
So were you able to test everything that he asked?
Yep, just fully test it.
Test.
Looks great.
Looks great in every way.
Yep, no scratches, no haze, no fungus, very minor dust, but he didn't mention that, and that's normal, very normal. Autofocus works great.
Okay, I gotta pack that up and get that out today. Yep. Very good, thank you.
Ready to go.
And then you got lots of stuff to do over there.
Man, 300 lenses.
Well,
that many of them fully tested and cleaned.
It's an elephant, so start biting it, right?
That's what I'm doing.
So I see you got some extra rags down there. Do we need to run some of those through the washer?
Those are all the ones that are washed.
So you can't use those?
No, I'm using them.
What do you need new ones for?
Because those were really soiled, so a lot of them are not suitable for cleaning.
All right, so I just ordered you 3 more packs.
Yep, you're good.
Okay, September numbers. As you know, we're shooting for this TV that we can't seem to get in. I'm going to have to contact Amazon and see what the heck is going on, because nobody's contacting me to ship it out here. Maybe we're out in the middle of nowhere and nobody wants to come out here. I don't know. So last week, 6 days in, our numbers listed, 206 items, $15,083. That's a pretty good week after coming back from the trip. Wheeler did a lot of that listing, and then some of it was test strips. I had really good test strips. I had a few $1,000 test strips that I listed in there, and boom, they already sold. They just sell quick. I've got a few more test strips to list up this week, and this week I got to get solid numbers. I got a lot of things I do, like packing and a whole bunch of other stuff that I do to get us out the door on our trips coming up, whatever. But I got to get solid 10 a day, 10 a day, 10 a day listings this whole week. 4 days, 10 a day. That's my goal. But I wanted to give you an update. That's pretty good for us. If we could do that all month, boy, we'd hit 60,000 for the month. I think that would be nearly a new record. That would be good. Okay, I got to get this thing packed and get to the USPS and get over to my local internet place to get that thing rolling. Who knows when that'll be installed, but I certainly will enjoy faster uploads, because man, I'll tell you what, I jumped an episode. The Sunday episode downloaded faster than the other one. The other one is still going. It'll be released soon. I'm sure it's been released before you see this one. Let's hope. All right, in town I like to take my Jeep out as opposed to the big old van. I like to leave the van for longer trips when I need to haul a bunch of stuff. Van is getting up there in miles. It still runs very well. It's pretty heavy duty. I bought it that way because I knew I was going to be rough on it, and I think that's paid off. So I enjoy driving my Jeep around. I'm struggling this Friday and Saturday. We're going up on this Highway 36 treasure hunt, which is 300, 400 miles of garage sales and roadside flea market, you know, swap meet type things, whatever. And so what I'm contemplating, waving at my UPS guy, I'm contemplating taking the Jeep, and it's going to be Wheeler, and then on this trip we're bringing my younger son Squealer. He's 10, and then next week when we go for a 3-day, it's banana peelers. So anyway, I'm contemplating taking the Jeep. The problem is if I run into stuff that's too big for the Jeep, and we're doing an overnight. We've got a hotel on this particular run. It's already reserved. You got to reserve it like months and months in advance. So this weekend is a busy weekend for these little towns on the Highway 36 thing. So if I find something big, I could go back for it. I mean, that's a possibility. Some of these people come down from Nebraska and some come from Colorado to display their wares, though, so that could be a problem if I find a big sign. I was going to get I still am, I'm going to get a roof rack for the Jeep here, where I can take home a 4x8 sign. Those roof racks are not inexpensive. The one I want is over $1,000, and there is some install time, and so I just didn't get it done this year in time for these two events. So I really should take the van. I just would like to go on a Jeep adventure. So I don't know what. When we go to Nebraska for 3 days with Banana Peeler, we always find stuff up there, and we have to sometimes sleep in the van because it either rains real bad and you can't camp, and there's only like 1 or 2 hotels, and they're like Bates motels and they're always packed. So that's almost going to have to be a van, even though that would be really fun up there with the Jeep. So dilemmas, always dilemmas. Okay, I'm at the post office. Let me get my packages in there. Maybe I'll talk some more. So talking about our new, I'm back on the road here. I'm heading to my internet provider. There's a local internet provider here, and then there's AT&T. And it's funny, the local one has kind of a lock on everything in the area for whatever reason. They somehow locked it up, and they don't seem to want to sell out to AT&T. AT&T, I believe, has to pay something to them to get in here. And you know, I'm sure it's complicated. In our area, we don't really have fiber here. I think we have it, but it's not distributed to the whole city. So the newest thing that they have coming out to everybody is a cable, a high-speed cable modem type situation, as opposed to the twisted pair DSL or whatever. I'm not 100% lingoized on all this stuff. But anyway, when they used to have the high-speed twisted pair, especially at our house, and our house wiring probably was old and messed up, and our house used to be apartments. It was a house, then it was apartments and rentals, and now we've turned it back into a house. So, you know, our wiring probably wasn't the best. But the internet would go in and out, and it would have some dropout issues, and they would do some sort of late night, weekend, after 5 updates, blah blah blah. I think we could really feel the drag when the neighborhood was all watching TV or something. I don't know, but it was not acceptable. So we would always end up going back and forth to AT&T, and AT&T is far more reliable, and they seem to hook the thing up so it works fairly decent. However, the speeds are much slower. Yeah, my flea market's open. I don't think I have time to go in there today. Gonna have to go in Wednesday. So every time S&T, my local company here, comes out with an upgrade, I usually, since things don't move that quickly, you know, after a year or two, I end up trying it because they promise higher speeds. So the last time around, we got 15 up and 15 down, and it was good, but it was expensive. It was like $200 a month. And at the time, that was a lot more money. This is like 3 years ago or so. And so we backed off to 10 and 5 for like 70 or 60 bucks with AT&T. Well, for whatever reason, the 10 and it's not 10 and 5, it's 10 and 1. The 10 and 1 has just been crappy lately. Who knows why? But the upload speed is terrible, and the download is all right. So here we go again. I'm going to sign up for 100 down and 20 up. And I'm going to do a speed test every single minute on that thing. It better be hitting it, because I'm going to be paying $200 again per month, and really enjoying the speed. We can afford the internet. That's part of the price of living out here, sort of in the boonies, whatever. If it's good enough, I'm going to drop my AT&T and just have the one service. They're going to have to convince me for a couple months, because I cannot be without internet. I mean, I can always go home, but for whatever reason, the S&T and the AT&T, one can be down and the other's up, one can be up and the other's down, both can be up, both can be down, who knows. So it's where my wife works, they actually have both as well. They have one as a primary. They're like hardwired, so that's pretty solid. But then they have another one as a backup. Okay, I'm gonna go in and get this internet thing straightened out. Then I'm heading home to finish up school with the boys and put the young kids in their tree pod for 15 minutes so they can have some fun in their new tent. and probably going to get closer to picking up Wheeler time and supper time, and then it'll be back in the office and I'll talk about my listing for tonight. Back in the office after supper. Today is a typical Monday. You know, quite a few orders for not being gone this weekend, quite a few orders for being in and working on Saturday. I didn't do a count here, but I've got a bunch more here. I don't know, it's at least 10 or 12, and I haven't started my sale up again for the week yet, and I'm hesitating to do it because the orders just keep coming in at 1 an hour or something like that. So part of me says, you know, why put the camera stuff on sale if it's going? But I don't mind pouring gasoline on the fire, so I haven't quite figured that out yet. All right, so I wanted to get some listing done this week. I was not happy with the listing I did last week. I had to play catch up most of the week. There's just too much stuff. I had to keep up with orders, unpack stuff, make these videos, whatever, you know, sanity. So this week I'm trying to get some listing done. I'm going to play a little game where I pack an item, list an item, pack an item. Sometimes I do that just to keep myself sort of interested and not stagnant. That has me getting up and moving around and doing different things. I don't get too comfortable in my chair. I don't get too comfortable in front of Fear the Walking Dead or YouTube videos or whatever I'm going to end up watching tonight. I've got this table of stuff over here. Got some test strips. I've got to finish these up. I've listed and sold most of the ones that are high dollar. I'm going to list this sign tonight. I'm going to work on this pile of Nintendo stuff. Get some of that on Amazon, lot up a bunch of the rest. I'm going to relist this radio piece that somebody paid 30, 40 bucks, whatever, for the antenna out of it, and that doesn't seem to damage the sale. This thing wasn't selling anyway. So I'm going to lower the price a little bit, modify the listing, and get that listed. That's going to be pretty close. That's going to be 10 or more items right there. That's a pretty good goal for tonight. I've got a few other things to take care of, like that order over there. I've got a few billing things. I got to figure out what cash I'm bringing this weekend. There's always things, obviously, if you guys are running this part-time or full-time. There's a lot of things you have to deal with, and a lot of them, if you're doing just those and you find yourself doing just those and you don't get your listing done, that's you gotta do your listing. That's important. You got to put some other things off, cut some corners there, burn a midnight oil once in a while on those things, group them together, whatever. There are things that are not as important to your business as listing. Listing, when you're not picking, is probably most important. Now, there's things that have to be done, like packing and answering questions and all these other things that I would consider non-income generating. I mean, you got to do them, but listing is where it's at. So you got to figure out a way to get that in. This week, my outside goal is not to bring anything new into this office to list. I did have that Starbucks sign. I just want to get that listed. That would feel good. I brought a couple other things. I'm going to work on this pile over here. Now, once I get this pile done and weeded down, and that pile done, and this lettuce slicer done, and there's probably a few other things around here done, then before Thursday, or Thursday probably, one of the main things I'm going to do, rather than put a bunch of stuff away that's on our chute back here, might as well just go show it. Back room is looking ratty. I mean, I could bring a van full of stuff home, or possibly a Jeep full if I decide to go that route. All this stuff here, rather than take this non-camera stuff and stow it over there for later, I want to take this stuff and bring it into my office area and have it staring me in the face next. Now this is the same problem here. Some of these, like those suitcases, are mine. A lot of this stuff is Wheeler's. I'm going to end up having to tote this up. This has to be cleared off before we leave on Friday morning early, and then this I'm gonna have to take cardboard in too. There's a bunch of cardboard in, and it looks like some of this needs to be looked at here. This is banana peeler, did some cleanup work for me. It's it is looking better back here. I'm leveraging my time a little bit with the help of banana peeler. This is a disaster over here, but that is neither here nor there. So that's what I got to get doing. Here it's 7 o'clock. I would like to go home at 11 tonight. It ain't gonna happen though. I think midnight's gonna be more realistic. Like to get caught up on sleep. The thing this weekend, the 2 days this weekend are long days. I like it, but I don't want to end up a Walking Dead man either, so I'm gonna have to figure out something. All right, I better get to work. I will do some sort of an update later on how I did on this, and I guess that'll be the measure. We'll see how we did. I don't feel in the mood of busting it either. I've already probably put in a what? I don't know, at least an 8-hour day today already. So on and off, on and off, on and off, starting at midnight. Let's get it going. Tilting wall mount. Oh, that thing is... I think I better shoot Amazon an email. That thing is waiting for the TV. What the heck happened? All right, so I've got to finish this vlog. It's like 10:30 at night, and I probably will list an item or two on Amazon after I get that thing going. I can't go over with that, otherwise I got to come back down here or bring my computer home, which isn't the end of the world. This is how I do it. So I got this thing relisted, this radio. It's actually pretty cool. I don't remember how it opens, but I took something out of there and sold it separately, so I had to put something in the description and change that. I did not count that towards my total. Let's see what we did here. We got 7 items, $5.93. I listed the Starbucks sign for $400, and although I might not get $400 for it, it'll be $400 plus shipping. It will go on sale. Let's see, what do we got? $5.93. I gotta remember that. It will go on sale for 13% off, which is what I do, and we'll just roll with that. Some of them sell cheaper. I just don't believe in selling stuff cheap. That's cool. When the holidays hit, somebody has to have it, whatever, it's going to go for $300 or more, and that's what we're going to do. Let's see, $5.93. I'm going to have to double check that. Okay, so I'm going to get this vlog uploaded. It's called A Normal Monday. Finally, a normal Monday. Sounds like a good title. I think I'll remember it. Who knows? Let's see, tomorrow's Tuesday. Tomorrow, finally a normal Tuesday. More listing tomorrow. Maybe we'll make some fun happen with that. I don't know. Who knows what could happen tomorrow. I did get all my orders packed. I haven't been totally up to date on that for a while. Pretty good stack there. Who knows? No UPSs, no big packs. That's always good. We can peek on how Wheeler's doing. He's got these lenses. Lenses, all kinds of crazy lenses. You told me there's some crazy ones.
Yep.
Learning lots about new kinds of lenses.
Not new kinds, but yeah.
Found one that you said you're listing for like $400.
Yep.
That you didn't think would be that way.
Well, I didn't expect it to be that much. It's this little tiny thing. It's a Carl Zeiss, so.
You thought maybe it's like 80, 90 years old.
It is. 1927.
1927. Oh man, you just can't buy this education anywhere else. That's about how it goes. Okay, I'm gonna close this thing out. I guess the internet is speeding up possibly as early as Thursday morning. Wow, I don't know what to do with all that horsepower. Well, look at that. That funny wire looks like it's coming here. Let me get it. Ooh. Looks like it's going in and out of my ears. Dealer, your brain is being pumped. Huh. Wow, I feel better. Okay, good talking to you. Pick well, list forever. I know that's not right. Catch you tomorrow. Dealer out.
Hey, Wheeler.
Dealer Production.